Hey everybody, this is Dan from the Nerd Punch crew coming to you with a video about H1Z1. It's been a while since I've done a video for the channel. Just been busy, but glad to be back, and hopefully I can make a few more of these for you. This is going to be covering the basics of the game. Just I'm going to go through some menu options and some odd and things you might want to do when you first spawn into the world, whether it's PvE or PvP, just so you can survive. Remember that this is Sony Online Entertainment. This is their property. I'm just doing a video of it, just to throw that out there in case there's any legal issues. This is all owned by Sony Online Entertainment. So, there we go. H1Z1 is a survival horror game. You come into the world with nothing, and your objective is to survive. That is pretty much it. You want to live as long as you can, which lots of times for me that is not very long. But you want to find the things you need to live, use those items to craft new items, and to create a world for yourself within this world. The world is pretty large right now. There's 3 major cities, but you're thrown in, just like I am right here, with no real idea of where you are in the world. So it is pure survival. Now, this is for PC. I do not know if it's coming to consoles, but for PC, it's an excellent game. You should play it. We've enjoyed it even in the alpha phases. We're really having a good time with it, so try it out if you are a PC player. Console players, I'm sorry, I do not know if it's coming there. So let's take a look at some of the options. So WASD, of course, is going to move you around. Your mouse is going to turn your camera angles. So that kind of gets you around. Spacebar will make you jump. If you're on a server that allows it, T puts you into third person, which I'm in right now, or you can hit it again and you'll be in first person. There's some limits per server, making it more hardcore than others. If you hit I, that brings up your inventory here. On here, you'll see a few things. You have proximity items. So these are things that are laying around outside of containers. Will all be right here. All these items are things that you got along with purchasing the game. I bought the collector's edition, so I got a few more things. These are items that you have in your inventory. You can use at any time. Event tickets or Battle Royale, airdrops, crate keys, things like that. So you get all these different things to use. You have your health, which you want to always keep as high as possible. Stamina, when you're running, you hold shift to run. When you do that, this will start going down. It'll eat away at it. And then you have energy, which is food, and hydration, which is water. These will constantly go down, as you see right there, going from 86 to 85. These will go down. They'll go down faster as you run. So just make sure you're watching this. When you come to the game, it's really daunting. You're like, I don't know what to do. I don't have any ideas. We'll get to that in just a minute, though. Again, down at the bottom here, you also have hydration, stamina, energy, and health. That's always on the screen. That's the only UI you really have, and of course, your cursor. Right here are things that you have on you. So you have a t-shirt, pants, and a belt pouch. Each of these hold a specific amount of bulk. And that is filled up by the weight of items that are in that. So this is 5 into the 10 of the 100. So I can put 90 more bulk within this. Think of it as pounds. They like to call it bulk, which is fine with me. You get a bundle of gauze, which you can right click and unpack. What this will do, which gives you a little timer here, this takes your gauze out so you have access to them, and you end up with 5 gauze and a flare to start off. Now, a really cool thing to do on a PvP server, or a couple things to do when you want to survive in the wilderness and you want to live out here, is do 2 things. Number 1, you're going to shred your shirt. What this is going to do is going to give you scraps of cloth. You're going to use that scraps of cloth for to craft some items. And then we're going to shred our jeans. We're going to go ahead and do that as well. This is going to give us a few more scraps of cloth. And we're going to use that to create some stuff. So we have 8. So right up here, you have your character loadout, which is your character, your head, back, belt, chest, legs, and then you have 3 items that you can carry on you. Lots of times these are all going to be filled with weapons. You're probably going to get rid of that flashlight. At the top, you hit this. This is crafting. These are things you start the game with that you're able to craft. And then finally you have discovery. In this area, you're going to drag things to these boxes, and you're going to discover different recipes, which will then be added to your crafting tab. So first off, we want to take this and we want to bring it over here, and we're going to hit discover. That's going to teach us how to make a satchel. I'm like, okay, so let's go back to the crafting tab. We'll click on the satchel and hit craft. This will make us a satchel, which is really awesome. Now we have 300 bulk in here. That's better than the pants and the shirt that we had on. Excellent. We have more space now. We can carry more things. We still have a couple scraps of cloth. All right, so let's close out of that. Let's move over to one of these bushes here. This right here, these types of trees, they're shorter than trees, and they're going to be bigger than black bushes. Oh, hey man. So that's another character. You can hit the the scroll wheel on the mouse to speak with somebody in game, or you can hit the number 4 on the number pad, and that will speak with people in game as well. Anyways, back to this medium type tree here, just branches and things like that. You can hit E, and that's going to kind of loot that. And as you saw at the top, I got a wood stick from that. Do it again right here, and as you can see, we're looting. This is with the E button, so you can move through these. It's still a little glitchy. Sometimes they're not working correctly. We'll grab a few sticks. So we have a few. Let's turn back and let's go back into our inventory. We have 5. So now we want to go back to the discovery phase. We're going to go here. We're going to drag a stick over. Again, we discovered a recipe. We know how to make wood arrows now. So let's bring that back over. We're going to discover something else. We know how to make punji sticks now, which is really good for crashing cars and putting around your bases. So there, this can be used to find 16 other recipes. So we want to pull the scraps cloth over. We're going to hit discover again, and this is going to teach us how to make a makeshift bow. Now we know how to make a bow, which is wonderful because now we have a weapon. So we're going to go to makeshift bow, and we hit craft, and what that's going to do, it automatically makes the bow for us. We're going to go over here, and what we have and why it made 2, I think that's just a glitch. I don't know, but now we have 2 makeshift bows. So we have bows on us, which you can just right click and drop, and that'll get rid of one. I don't know why it double made them. That was weird. Again, this is still alpha, so there's going to be bugs. So let's go around. Let's grab a couple more sticks here for our collection. Let's hit enter, and we're going to go back over to the crafting table, and we're going to hit wood arrow. We're going to craft some wood arrows. All right, so every 1 stick will make 1 arrow, and we'll put that in our bag and stuff. As you see, my hydration and my energy is still going down. I'm still okay. It's probably going to get dangerous here soon. Lots of times when you're waiting around an area, animals might show up, wolves, bears, also zombies will just spawn out of nowhere. So, starting off the game, you've come in, you have crafted a bow, you've crafted a satchel, we have plenty of bulk space left, we have arrows, we're ready to roll. And on a PvP server, this is really good because you're out in the middle of nowhere, and you kind of need to be strapped with some type of weapon to kind of defend yourself. So if you move the scroll wheel, it kind of takes you through the 3 different things on your tab right now. It'll be 4 once you get that other weapon. But we can bring out our flashlight, we can bring up our bow, and of course we can be in fists. And that's just fun. I'm going to move back to first person here. So let's go to bow. Let's bring that out. We're going to keep that with us. Now, to draw and shoot, we're going to pull back on the bow. And that brings up the arrow. So left and right click, and you're good to go. So now the arrow is loaded. You can pull back and just tap the left button, and it should shoot an arrow. And there you go. That's firing an arrow. You have to hit with the cursor. I'm not very good at shooting, so please bear with me. And that is kind of using the bow. I like to keep it put back. Let's get our fists out. But you've got the gist of it. So now you're like, all right, Dan, well, you got us arrows, you got us a bow, you got us a backpack. That's awesome. What are we going to do next? Well, first we're going to fight this zombie. And you're going to see how terrible of a shot I am right here. I thought I had shot him. There we go. So the zombie died. He probably rolled down the hill somewhere. I can't really see him. It's a very dark picture here, but he probably rolled down the hill. Anyways, they can drop loot bags, and if you have a bladed weapon, a knife, something like that, you can chop on them after they're dead. They'll drop scraps of cloth. They also have a chance to drop loot bags, which is pretty cool, so you can get some loot without even having to go into a major city, especially on PvP. Not having to go into a major city to get anything, which is kind of cool. One thing I want to tell you guys, let me craft these arrows real quick. The way my inventory looks may look different from what you get when you first log into the game, and that's because there's a way you can switch that around so it shows the items in this type of format, and there's a lot of different ways it'll show it. There's a little drop down right here that lets you kind of put things in perspective. So that's a list view, but if you click it again, that's going to take you to icons only. You can click it again and go to 2 columns. And then you can click it again and you go to 3 columns, which is what I have it on right now. So that kind of stacks things up the way you want. It's just the look, the aesthetic. If you like this UI more than the other, I like the 3-column one. That's how I use it. So we've got arrows, we've got a bow. We need food and water. So that is our next objective. As you can see in the world, it's a dark world. Right now it's very cloudy, foggy, and that's a bear, and we don't want to fight a bear at all right now. We are not prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a bear, and it will kill us in 1 swipe. So let's go this way. We don't want to go near a bear. That kind of spooked me for a second. So the ambient feeling of the game is pretty cool. It's very dark, very creepy. Funny thing is, it seems like it's dark more than light, which is fine. That's okay. It's supposed to be a creepy game, and you're out in the wilderness, and something like that. But the lighting effects are pretty cool too. When the sun's out, it feels really good. So now that we're here, we're kind of following a little dirt road there. Those are the things you want to try to find. You want to find dirt roads, or find power lines, things like that, to get you where you're going. But what we're going for is we need food and water. So right here, these are blackberry bushes, and you can pick blackberries, and it's a wonderful thing. It's going to save you in the wilderness. So I usually just run through these bushes. Let's grab a few here. And throw these. And then we're coming up on a lake here. A great place to find blackberries is around water. So if you do find water, there are blackberry bushes all over the place. Actually, blackberry bushes are really not hard to find. That's a wolf. I think we're near the camp. Okay, cool. I think I know where we are. So anyways, there's bungee sticks. Somebody's been setting up some stuff here, trying to set up a base. So we grabbed these blackberries. We're going to go on down here to this base somebody is building. Again, these are crafted bases. This is not in the game. We'll pick up more blackberries as we run through. I'm hitting E as we go through, and that is picking those up. So don't think that you just run through them and you just pick them up, because that is not possible. You have to hit E. Same with the sticks. Hit that. So let's get out here to this island, because I'm going to kind of get away from the edges there, and we'll eat some blackberry. So let's get right here. You heard that wolf. And let's hit inventory. Now you see we have 26. Now you'll accidentally pick up a bunch of branches, which will fill up your bags quickly. Make sure to drop those. You really don't need them right away. They'll be used later on for campfires and burning and different things, so you can start fires and whatnot, but you don't need them right away. Lots of people just drop them out. So we have blackberries. We're going to right click and we're going to hit eat. Now what you'll see is it does a timer, and it goes up by 2% each blackberry eaten, which is nice. It's giving both. It gives hydration and food. So this is actually a pretty excellent source of food. It's not the best, but in the first of the game, or if you're playing on PvP and you can't make it to a town and you're nervous, blackberries are a great friend. I say stack up as much as you can. You usually get about 100. They are 1 bulk per blackberry, so you can stack 100 for 100 bulk. Very, very nice. So we'll get a few of these. That gives us some percentage back. We're looking good. Remember, you won't start taking damage from food or water, or food or hydration, until you hit that 0%. With one hitting, it's a slow process, but it'll start dropping. With both hitting, you're going to drop very quickly in health. So make sure you're always keeping those up. They just have to stay above 0. You'll get warnings. They'll turn red when you are getting close. It's, I think, 20% or less, it turns red. So yes, just make sure you're watching your food and water. First time in the game, just make sure you're eating blackberry sticks are very important. Get those quickly. Use those a lot. So yeah, so that's kind of the first video I wanted to show you guys. I'll be back with more later on, but this kind of gives a gist of some of the stuff that goes on in Daisy. I'm sorry, H1Z1. I say Daisy because it feels like that game. There's a lot of differences, but there's still some good things about some things that Sony does a lot better than Daisy. First of all, with their people, man, I am a terrible shot. Their people are very good about talking to the community and letting them know what's going on very quickly. Daisy doesn't seem to want to do that, and you really don't know what's happening or when the patches are coming. But it seems a lot more stable than Daisy. Let's see, the sun's coming up. And it's just a good game. This is still alpha, and there's going to be a lot of changes, but they've started off really well, and they made a good game here. So please take time to play it. If you are playing it, take time to watch this, get a good idea of what you want to do. This is a good basis of getting started in the game. You'll find shirts and pants and all that stuff later on. Don't worry about that. But make sure you shred those, get those items quickly. They're changing the loot system as it's going on, so it may not be as important to do those things that I've just done, but it always gives you a good start in the game if you're lost out in the middle of nowhere. Blackberries, sticks, make a bow, make a satchel, get all that stuff done. Guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll have some more videos up starting next week. We'll do some more basic stuff. We'll go hunting. Maybe I'll take us into the town. We'll take a look at some of the loot that's dropped and maybe do some more crafting things. I am Dan with the Nerd Punch crew. You can find us at nerdpunch.com. You can come to our channel, youtube.com/nerdpunch. You can find us on Twitter at nerdpunch, or you can find me at DC Hooper on there as well. You can email us, nerdpunch@gmail.com. And I think I've listed everything that I'm supposed to list. I don't know. I may have missed something. But anyways, Try the game, check it out. Hope this helps. Talk to you guys soon. We'll see you then. Bye.